Whenever we look at innovation in Africa, don't let us forget our roots, and let's always think if there's a way to combine old tech and new tech. That's where you get real magic. My name is Fredrick Mbuya. I'm the owner and founder of Uhuru Labs. It was only when I came back to my home country of Tanzania where I decided that I want to focus on technology that is interesting, because I'm a tech head, I like my tech, but also has the potential to change lives and improve people's lives, but also must have a financial and commercial application. What are the emerging technologies and the innovations which can be relevant and important for Africa, and specifically for African youth, and how can they get involved both in improving their economic standpoint and in improving the nations as a whole. The emerging technologies, as we all know it right now, are very much based upon additive manufacturing, so 3D printing, machine learning, artificial intelligence, virtual reality, robotics, electronics. These are all what people are calling emerging technologies. How can we ensure that the youth have the best mindset and have the best opportunities, both within themselves, mentally and from a structural point of view, from a government, from a facility point of view, to take advantage of technology, regardless of whether it's new technology, innovative technology, take advantage of technology to better themselves and better the people around them. We come from a culture where information is given, initially by your parents, and then by your teacher, and then by your religious leader, by your government. We come from a culture where that is the way you receive information, and we don't really encourage the creation of information, which is something which an innovator or someone who's going to create something really needs to have more of an inquisitive mind, needs to have a mindset that information is not going to be given to me. I will be given a seed of information, and it's up to me to see how I can grow that and develop that information, that data, that information into something useful. So in the context of what needs to be done to help innovation and help the innovation ecosystem in Tanzania, what always comes to my mind is this word mtundu. The direct translation of mtundu to Swahili, to English, is naughty. When a child is young and does something he's not supposed to, he's called mtundu. If a child was to play with their or take their parents' phone and start playing with it, or take something and open it, they'd be called mtundu. It would be a bad thing. They would be scolded. They would have their fingers slapped and say, don't do that. When an adult grows up and is called mtundu, and I'm often called mtundu, it's a positive comment. It means someone who is inquisitive, someone who can think out of the box, someone who builds things themselves. That's mtundu. What we need to do is to change our mindset and change our culture such that when youth are watundu, when they're getting into things they shouldn't be doing, when they're asking questions maybe adults don't think they should be asking, when they're opening up things, that is encouraged and guided rather than squeezed out of them and choked out of them. It is definitely a skill which is required in today and tomorrow's future.